This live stream may contain mature material some viewers might not find suitable.
Hello everybody and welcome. My name is LDZ aka Lord Diaz, and this is a very special edition of the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at level 99. And YouTube letting it be known that sometimes they want to work. How is everybody doing? I hope you're happy, healthy, and most importantly, hydrated. We like to stay hydrated on this corner of the internet, and if you're not hydrated, get your dehydrated out of here. We're gonna jump right into it. We have a 3-hour-long epic brought to us by the incomparable Dashfire, fellow Canadian. And do not forget, we have the goals in effect. Any super chat amount, any bit of support will go to this tincture fund. I will crack this bad boy open and drop one underneath my tongue. It's very simple, guys. Begging is on the menu. It's back, baby. Insanity, very true. So all the more reason we should jump into it right now. By the way, let your friends and family know that you do not get asked because you make sacrifices for this industry by going to my fourth wall shop.
What is going on, guys?
Look at these production values, bro.
It was for DSP, but the question is, did PPP snake Phil?
He did.
Is the casino arc over?
It is.
What kind of mental breakdown did Phil have this week?
Mental's the right
we will
word.
get into all that very shortly. And we start off today on Sunday, where we see August the Duck made another video on DSP and titled it "The World's Greediest Streamer Got Worse." And then he mocked him for being toxic towards people in different currencies. And this set the tone for the rest of the week. Then we had King Bean, the GOAT, who got an ad for gout flare-ups. How appropriate. And then, of all people, Hassan mentioned DSP.
Wow, everybody likes him now, guys.
This is what they get off on. Lol cowing is what it's called. So any community that hyper focuses on, doing lol cow shit will inevitably have these fucking losers all up and down their community. It becomes an incredibly toxic space.
Hell yeah, let's go. That's us. He's talking about us.
Yes. That's what the concept of lol cow is, a cow that you farm for the lulls. It was initially relegated to forums. There are prominent examples of this stuff, like Chris Chan.
Shout out Chris Chan.
There's, what is it, Dark Side Phil, Boogie 1488.
Oh my god.
Those are some of the people that have become lol cows. Okay? Some people lean into it.
Then we had Super Puppy going around and striking people, which led to Pome Josh losing his account. However, he would have another account, so don't worry. Our brother in arms is still here. Then, in a bittersweet moment, Darkside Drill has moved on. He's no longer going to be a DSP detractor. He doesn't find it fun anymore.
What about
and I wish him
Tipples,
well,
though?
and whatever he does, he's very talented. And I know, wherever he goes, he will be successful. And then every year, DSP
Look how
makes
miserable
the same
he
video,
looks.
same time of year, daylight savings, and tells people, be on time, because all the streams will start 1 hour earlier. And despite telling people, come early, be here, daylight savings time is happening, he himself was 25 minutes late to work. Then someone started talking about smart guys. And DSP said to the person in the chat, go say it on the vid comments, we need the engagement.
Damn!
And then Cranky, I tried, he tried.
By by the way, if you guys like these videos, if you're watching it on the premiere, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. This is real shit. I respond to each and every comment, even if it's pro wrestling rejection.
Right, but you don't seem to care for anyone who
Tincture
helps you.
is,
DSP.
buddy.
I love that
buddy.
you think we were all born yesterday and have no idea what we're doing. It's a bit cute. No, you see, the way you act, it allows me to see that everything is working, so thanks, LOL. Then goes on to say, I'm not treating my fans poorly at all, because you're not my fan and it's obvious. Oh no, DSP bans everyone, LOL. Then DSP started the pre-stream, and he said,
you could see my
hitting
corner
halfway to the goal is still a good stream to DSP.
stand over there.
Because remember, every time he says, oh, I want the goal hit by the end of the pre-stream. I want the goal hit. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I want one of everything. I want a super chat. I want a tip. I want
I was there for
I want a
this.
sub.
What a...
But now it's like, oh, okay, halfway is good. That is until he gets to halfway and then he wants the full goal. Then apparently DSP was saying there's stuff going on behind the scenes that's stressing him out.
The milking will continue until morale improves.
Because the trolls will harass him. But trust me, bro, something's going on. He needs your help, dude. So give him money. Hit the goal, dude. Give it to the trolls. And he was begging like crazy. And you know what's coming up? April 15th.
He sure was.
Tax time. Tax deadline in the United States. And with how much money he made last year, and how much money he spent this and last year, and him saying, I have nothing saved up, it'll be an interesting ride, especially with what happens later on in the week. And the former alcoholic, Darkside Phil, has decided goal 60 is going to be DSP tries it alcohol. Because definitely, if you have addictions, the best thing to do, according to DSP, is to do it for money.
Former alcoholic, guys.
All that being said, that's great. And then on top of all
Shout
of
out that being said.
I have another update. I already know after the marathon
Injured!
what the next
In the hello there.
Okay, at 60 goals hit, we are going to have a very special episode of DSP Tries It. Something that...
Jade Gaming Real Super Chatted $2. Go Rabbit Funeral soon. Remember fondly K bye.
Jay, thank you so much for the $2. And you know we like to party here on this corner of the internet. That means we just hit the goal and crush the troll. So you know what that means? This tincture right here. And I'm a man of my word. Every time we hit the goal, I take another drop of my delicious THC tincture, but you know what that means? It's now time for the next goal. At this rate, I'll take another drop of THC tincture. Thank you so much, Jade. You are Erica. Get the what?
that I have never done before, something that we have talked about on stream, and something that will be very interesting. I've already thought
Good
ahead.
to see
2
everybody.
goals.
Hold on a second. We got breaking news here. Just played games with a couple of den heads. You mean River and Pro Wrestling Reality? Sheesh.
Right? So I hope that you guys are excited. I'm not going to spoil it right now. I'm not. Maybe once we get to the
We got some
marathon, I'll start
celebrities in the
giving
house.
hints
This is like a red
about what it
carpet
will be
affair.
when we hit the
We got
60 goals.
Jade in here.
Okay.
We got
So,
Ingrid.
good stuff.
Sheesh.
Coming up. Let's get it going. In fact, let's actually get started. Let's get some support, guys. Who's going to be the first super chatter? Who's going to be the first tipper? Who's going to be
This
the
is-
first
this
person
is
to
shameless,
get the
bro.
membership?
This
And
is
who's gonna be the
terrible.
first person to gift the sub over on Kick? Let's find out right now.
Oh shit!
Not only that,
And
he
you
put
came
out a
in hot
fake
with the
tweet.
raid. Let's
He wants to do
go.
a
My
5 Nights at
apologies.
Freddy's
That's why my shit didn't
marathon
work.
Tomorrow on the Monday. And
Welcome,
he's
Raiders. I'm
only
sorry. I'm
asking
used to
for
Twitch
4
chat
goals
stuff.
Total.
My
today.
name's Lord
And of course,
Diaz,
he said,
aka
"Hey, we're not doing drama.
LDZ.
Don't talk
Because
about drama,
I have
don't
no
bring up
original
drama."
thoughts in
And
my
we get
head.
$2 from
Everything
Iron
I
Chef.
do is a
Sucks,
ripoff,
guys.
except for
And then he kept doing it
bits.
over and over, pity begging.
Let him know
"Guys,
that
I
you
got
guys
stuff
don't
going
get
on.
ass."
Please tip me. Please hit the goal. I can't tell you
As
what it
seen
is.
on
But please,
my
trust
merch
me,
shop.
bro, and support the stream. And then Cat Brunel.
please tell your lovers and friends that Lord Diaz had to do it again.
Interesting government note.
Actual
The IRS has
CC.
the authority to levy or seize your property, including garnishing your wages. Very interesting timing before tax time, which I believe his
Look, I'm trying to get River Rejection into a Call of Duty lobby so I can hear his voice, because we've heard River Rejection's voice and he sounds so silly, bro. He just sounds silly. And I'm just, me and Sav are like really trying to hear this kid's voice. And I mean kid, he's 30 years old.
payment plan
Jesus.
from back taxes is up this year.
Yeah, when
Then
one
DSP
be
goes on a
run
delusional
Russ, it's
rant
got to be
about his
Nuketown though,
legacy.
snipers
And
only.
he says his legacy is going to be what he tells people and not what other people tell about him.
I
We
wanna
all love
be
Sav. We
a
love her.
certain kind of creator that leaves a certain kind of legacy. At the end of the day,
Shout out to
when
Sav.
all
You know
is
what?
said and done,
We will shout out Sav. If you're not following Sav on YouTube and Twitch, what the hell are you doing? Get out of here. We don't want your kind here. She be playing Persona
That's
5.
On purpose this time. Yep, now we're good.
This must be the DLC. I don't remember Persona looking like this.
Oh my god! I think I harvest God and Jesus there to get through that. Did you see that? That was fucking awesome.
Well played. Well played.
there's many people out there who will completely misunderstand.
You know, you too
me
can
and
be a
never
part
know
of the
the
show by
person who I
typing in
really
exclamation point yay
Alright.
to get the cheer
Those
sound
who
effect.
actually
You can let me know if something I'm doing is
watch the
whack by doing
content,
exclamation point
judge it at
boo.
face value,
And then here's
and
my
we're-
favorite sound effect. You can do exclamation point DSP to get your favorite dark side fill sound effect.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeesh.
You're along for the ride. I think could probably say at the end of the day, well, at least he didn't do any harm.
Non-judgment on
Right?
unknown.
He didn't
An
sell
Astrobot
anyone
game
a
of the
bunch
year.
bunk
Very true.
products, a bunch of crap. He
Not
didn't
my game of
scam
the year. I never
anyone,
played it. I
spent
played Final
money
Fantasy
so he
VII
could get
Rebirth though.
ahead.
That was my game of the year.
And he also didn't hurt anyone's, reputations. He didn't personally attack people. He wasn't causing problems for people on the internet.
What?
He just stayed in his lane. And he stayed in his lane and he did content that he liked.
I don't believe you.
And he was successful. So what exactly was wrong with that? Right? And I think that's probably my best quality is that I
I'll
don't
take
really let myself
another
get pulled or influenced.
Drop of
No matter what.
EAC.
And it appears Darkside
Sure.
Pimp slash Dr. Lexus has now gifted over 1,000 subs on Kick,
Jesus.
which equals to over $5,000. And look at the top four there. Dr. Lexus, Irish Chef Sakai,
Ladies and
Red,
gentlemen,
and
kings
Void.
and queens, and everybody in between, the man of the hour, Dashfire. Bad Moments, Reacts, and VODs hanging out with us. Lord Diaz and Sav versus PWR, and River and COD, only if we can have injured ringside.
Dr. Lexus is the last one standing.
Can she be
Then
our
DSP
Miss
goes on to
Elizabeth?
say, it took a while, but people are now starting to take me seriously.
And
as a
just a
podcaster
bad
now.
boy with
Then goes
internet
on to say,
hanging out
"You
with
must
us."
full hit before the pre-stream
Also
ends,
on
because he
YouTube. Thank you,
thinks
my
no
friend.
one will support the JRPG game. Well, what do you expect, dude?
It's a date.
RPG
Let's
overload,
go.
dude. And that tells you a lot about your content, Phil. If you're saying, please support me before I start my actual content of gaming, on the gaming channel, because no one's going to support the gaming content. That should be a
It's
red
alright.
flag right
That's
in
the
your head
beauty
there,
of the
Phil.
vortex.
Then there was rumors out that
We
the
got
whole issue
little
behind the
pockets
scenes
of
was
individuals
Kaz
that-
leaving, they're getting divorced, and DSP responded to this.
Am I getting divorced? No.
Oh my god, that caught me off guard.
No, I'm not.
He's lying.
No.
He's lying.
He looked so sad there, trying to hold the mask back, like he wanted to cry right on the spot.
His smile and
Then
optimism
DSP launches
gone.
in this rant about how he's never changed. He didn't sell out. He's not a shill like other content creators. They have ads everywhere.
He's in siege
Their
mode right
business
now,
model doesn't
y'all.
work.
Let's
His
go.
does, but theirs doesn't. And then tells a story about how GE, General Electric, the company, had to remodel their business plan because they weren't
Oh,
making
I was
money.
here. I was
And it's as
live for this. I
crazy
was on
as
my
you would
sock on
believe.
kick,
right?
and I couldn't
Well, you
believe
can
this
really
shit.
take a look at a company like GE. You know what GE stands for? General Electric. And at one point,
Thanks for
General
spelling
Electric
it out for us.
was
I appreciate
a
that.
humongous, profitable, very, very high-end electronics company. They made appliances and other things. Everyone knew GE, and everyone had GE electric stuff in their home.
Back in my day,
And
I
after a
used a
while,
hoop and a
basically,
stick
they fell out
for
of
fun.
prominence, okay? And they weren't really doing that well in the realm.
Can I get an F in the
electric
chat
stuff
for all of the
So
stock
the head of
accounts
the
that we
company
lost
decided,
just the other day?
Well, to survive, we're going to change our entire company
Get some Fs in the chat.
into a finance
I'll
company.
pour one out for the
And he
homies.
did. So they stopped making electronics entirely. They laid off their entire workforce of people who were doing that. They all lost their jobs.
I definitely
restructured the company.
lost mine.
And then they
It
started
didn't
doing
last
financial
very
stuff.
long.
Okay. Now,
I
to
got
be
a
honest,
gifted sub from Dan the Dent. Can we just like take a minute to say that this is the guy, the Redemption Games guy, allegedly?
until the end of the story, I don't know if they ended up being long-term successful.
Injured,
in
true.
that either,
Yeah,
because have you
I
heard of
forgot who
GE
he was
recently?
talking to.
So I don't even know if they're still in existence, right?
Then
GE
people
made
kept
gas
asking him, "Are
turbines.
you
You used to
getting
work on
divorced?
them.
Are you
Just a
getting
bad
divorced?
boy with the internet
What's going
getting
on?
the
I hear
inside
divorce."
track
And this
here.
person put it in the chat. Sorry to hear you're getting divorced. Hope Kat doesn't get her share of the figurines. And look at that. In the last
They
30
made
days,
electronics one of the
DSP
largest
Gaming,
companies for that. Acid Face, the very same.
363,000 views.
Apparently, allegedly.
Absolutely pathetic.
I need to be safe.
Down 19%.
Allegedly.
And one of DSP's aspirations in the future is to become a voice actor.
Please
now, if
don't.
you've ever seen DSP do voice acting, it's absolutely horrible. There's only two. It's the robot voice and the racist voice, aka Pokemon voice.
Stop it, Odessa. None of this nonsense about final requests.
Ugh.
Victor, thank you, but it's too late for me now. I can feel it. Take it, Tear.
I need a distraction.
The earrings.
That's better.
Or, for my second request, please throw my body into the stream there. What? Why? Why do such a terrible thing? Please, Tear.
6 hours.
I'll do it.
Sheesh. Shout out to Secret Limited, by
And
the
then
way. We love
DSP
Secret
Eats It
Limited.
has a theory that Phil's tax person had to break the news. No taxes on tips was only a talking point. Then we
I'm
have
gonna
Duty
tell you
Stream.
exactly
All
who
of
does a very good voice acting. Top tier rated, and I paid him to do these things for me.
This live stream may contain mature material some viewers might not find suitable.
That was well worth the
it
money.
condemned this.
Lately.
You know
Antonio.
what? Secret is a Dance Dance Revolution enjoyer, and so am I. Oh my goodness. There it is.
Breaking records. Cooking is my lifelong passion, but I've yet to know my own restaurant.
So
I wish there was someone
TTR,
I could
when
put the
he
culinary
turns up the
skills to good
toxicity,
use. Mamma
is like
mia.
next level hate that I can only dream to aspire to.
Then also, Duty, DSP has found the cure for depression. If you know DSP, you know that there's one thing
RPG Overload
that
does not
cheers him
apply to
up
games
no
he's
matter
already
what.
played, apparently.
Gentlemen,
Yeah, Chrono Trigger's
we
fine.
have done it here on DSP Gaming.
Oh, I can
We
do that
hit the
too. You
goal,
ain't
we
special.
filled the coffer, the taxes
can do
are
that
paid,
too.
The trolls are felted, and now it's time for the Liberation Army.
All right, Andrew,
to
thank you so
strike
much for
back,
hanging out
strike
with
hard,
us. Anytime
and
that you
no
spend
mercy.
here is appreciated. And thank you for the host.
I'm watching Cobra Kai recently, I'm proud of it.
If you're not
Thank you all.
following Ingrid or the Tractor Beam,
Goal
please
number
do
one
so.
hit. Now, we shall see if we can hit another goal on this stream.
And you're always
I
welcome to
told you
come
guys
hang
we
out.
hit all the goals today. I'll do the marathon tomorrow. I'd be fully down to do the Five Nights at Freddy's marathon tomorrow if need be. That'd be perfect.
And DSP is still having more tech issues, as things are going to malfunction yet again. By the way, watch his shirt, and look at those big boobs waiting. to
Oh,
burst
hey,
out.
yo. Look, we love boobs, all shapes and sizes. I'ma just say it. Don't ever feel like, oh, they're not enough. Oh, they're too much. As a boob enthusiast, I'ma tell you 100% that all boobs matter. We love them. Huge fan. Let me see if I can say this correctly. And if I say it incorrectly, please correct me. Azadi 404, is there any hope for Cat? Anything's possible. Anything. She has to
I don't know how
swing
to fix
from
it.
the
By the way, look what
DSP
happened.
branch to another branch.
I have not touched this, and this frame just turned on.
But it looks like Phil
This
may have
frame is
already
not synced at all.
moved on to
with
greener
that computer,
pastures.
and the frame just turned itself on while
to
all this
Becky
was
Boop.
going on. You see what I'm saying? What is happening? This frame has nothing to do with anything we're doing right now, and it turned itself on while all this was malfunctioning. Like, what is going on? I have no idea.
And then we have Dumpy Koala, who is a kick dolphin. That's the face when IRS tax season arrives. Laugh my ass off. Then, no matter what, DSP still having tech issues.
Every day is a tech day. I love it.
Background stuff, everything plugged into his computer, and it is funny and sad at the same time.
It's more sad than anything.
So now what I've done, I've unplugged this camera from the hub. I plugged it into the front port of my USB, the USB-C port on the front of my PC, which I don't use. I never use the USB-C port on the front of my PC. Let's see if it works now. Oh, now it's not even detected. I'm not even kidding you. It's not even detected anymore. It didn't even react when I plugged it in.
Daisy chained a bunch of USBs. Why didn't it work? Yes, and happy St. Valentine's Patrick's Day to you as well. You wear your green today? Looks like Phil has it on his back.
Did that before. This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I got distracted, and I feel like I need to share with the class what's been happening.
Now it's showing up. Now will it work?
Breaking, Cell Streams 6 minutes ago says DSP does not have a King Be Cruel in the welcome, my friend. Using the super secret command. Big ups, mi amigo.
Smoke weed every day.
Happy to have you. I hope you're happy, healthy, and most importantly, hydrated. So we're watching Dashfire's latest masterpiece.
Now it's working. This is insanity. This is absolute insanity, guys. So do I have to have both cameras plugged?
Oh, I have an announcement. Breaking on the internet by Cell Streams. Darkside Phil does not have a driver's license. According to Kino Casino, so who knows? But at this point, I'll believe it till he disproves it. Finally, Friday they're having a Gundam on and leaking the DMs.
What are you doing, step bro?
So take that information what you will, but I figured I'd let everybody know.
My PC to get them to
That's
work
that's what the streets are saying.
And then I'm not using a powered hub for either. I'm just using the power from my PC. It's working. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me shut down this program. It is working. Let me get it working in OBS now. I have no idea.
See what the streets are saying. River Rejection is posting.
So now both... Oh, now the other camera shut off. I can't make this up. Now the other camera has just shut off. So now this camera is working fully and the other camera won't work, turned off. So what am I
Vince
supposed to do?
McMahon is at the New York Knicks game. What?
It is plugged into the PC. That's what I just fucking said, genius. I just said nothing's plugged into a port. It's all plugged into the PC.
Daniel Brown, welcome. Friday's going to be crazy. I want to live react to it.
So now I can't get this camera. This camera. It froze.
That's what the that's what they're saying.
Going on yet another rant.
Leaking DMs is right from.
We have
leaking the DMs is right from Triple P's mouth. Let me try and say this screen name correctly. GBRC-EFC-125. Welcome.
Meat factory where they make bacon, burgers, and pepperoni.
It's so cool seeing everybody coming through, hanging out. Appreciate y'all.
Was stating that he might have to buy a brand new PC.
All right, I got a $2 tip. Remember when I told you your motherboard needs like 1300 watts power supply, and you can plug everything directly into your PC with no issues?
Daniel, that's a good question. I'm gonna tell you this. I hit a pretty mean missile drop kick, and there's an awesome photo of it. I'm waiting for the high quality version to drop.
That's what it is.
So I can share it with the class, and so I can also piss off River, not River. Pro Wrestling Reality some more.
Well, guys, obviously I apologize for all this bullshit. Obviously, I'm not doing it. It's just the setup.
I can't wait. I'm so mad because like this weekend coming up, I'm busy. I gotta show hours away, and then the next day I have another show.
So let me go now. It'll only
sacrificing
be like 5 minutes,
so much for this industry.
And we'll play for over an hour till the end. And I'm sorry we lost all this gameplay time. It seems to be working now. right? Don't tell me what it turned off, because I have no idea what it turned off to get everything working. It doesn't look like it turned anything off. So I have no clue. You know,
Only because
really
you
have
said
no
so,
clue.
Daniel.
All right, guys. I'm going to. Oh, let me turn off the AI for a second here.
Oh, jeez.
And
Here, hold
let
that
me
L.
go. Yo, do what I need to do on this brief break. I'll be back, and then we'll play again. All right? I'll be right back.
Is he going to feed his rabbit?
But yet again, over and over, his camera kept freezing as well. Then someone offered to give him money if he answered questions truthfully. And this was
he wouldn't do
DSP's
that
response.
So Chill Mile just says in the chat, "Oh, I have real questions for you. If you answer them and give actual answers, I'll donate some cash." How would you know if I'm even answering any questions truthfully? There's no way you can know that. So you could just say that and then not do anything. So I don't know why you think this is like your interview time. It's not. I'm playing Suikoden. Anyway.
Then we see Cyrax is following in DSP's footsteps
No.
as the Goblin King is dressed
Why are
up
we doing
like the Gout
this?
King. And DSP has been a lifelong gamer, a PC gamer, as he says. However,
Piece of
there's
shit,
one
maybe.
thing he doesn't know about gaming on PC, and that
I knew this stuff would
is how to
happen
quit
when
the
he
game.
went relatively
Yeah,
cheap and didn't get it
6:45
custom from a shop.
time.
Facts. All the
Okay, it will
pre-built
be.
shit is shit. If you're spending all this money on a
That's why
computer,
you quit.
build it piece by piece. Don't get it from Amazon. Like, what are we doing? He's paying for the convenience, but obviously now he's having BIOS problems
way
and
to quit the
camera
game.
problems. He has
do I
all this
quit the
shit
game?
plugged into the computers. I don't know, man.
Alt F4 it is. Okay.
Then DSP sent out a beg tweet for the night stream. where
Another
he
one?
says he wants
I'm
to hit
shocked.
3 goals tonight so he can do the marathon tomorrow. And by the way, 3 goals, $450.
Jesus.
And look at that. Before he even starts the stream, we have bans. August the Duck Real zoomed in to cut out moobs. Okay to disrespect wife for money. Amazing. Amazing stuff, boys. Then DSP goes on to say he's still having more tech issues. And he might have to buy a new PC because he doesn't have a backup PC to
The only
stream
answer
on.
to his problem
My question here
is to buy another PC.
what happened to Cat's PC? You know, the great migration. He was going to move over to his wife's PC. What happened to that PC, Phil? And then Derek,
Yeah.
220th of Coomland, the PC fuck is legit begging for $450 tonight. And then he refused
He
to start
was,
the game.
and he
No
did.
gameplay until he gets one of each kind of contribution. Then he says that some of the
Shameless.
subs he got last week were Argentina. They were fake, dude, which means he didn't make any money on it. However, if you remember, like a few weeks ago, he counted fake memberships and said because of those fake memberships, he hit the
Yep.
goal.
Yesterday,
So
Phil, and today, Phil
when they
are
hit
two
the
very
goal,
different people.
They're worth something, but when they can't hit the goal, they're fake. Make that make sense, Phil. And he was begging hard for the money for the marathon tomorrow. And he says he only needs 90 kick subs tonight to hit the goal.
Jesus, like only
Then
90.
DSP declares that he's given you the opportunity to give him 3 goals tonight. Then we have this from Charlie in the chat.
What a...
Stop begging, Philip.
Damn.
And Nightbot says to Charlie, please do not use racist, sexist, or harmful terminology here. Thank you. That is right.
Wow.
Begging is harmful terminology. And DSP wants to do the
This is
marathon
sad.
bad. Give him money, dudes. He needs it. Because he bought new flavor shots, whiskey, and tequila. Definitely. He is definitely a recovered alcoholic, dude. And then it started coming in. Endio with $100. And then Anonymous and all these sock accounts you never heard of before. Then apparently DSP saw August the Duck made a video on him. And he had to respond to that.
Shout out to Swish Treats, who did a $2 super chat and says, alert the authorities, he made me open my wallet. There you go. I personally went to Swish Treats' house, and I shook him down. I grabbed him by the neck, and I wringed his neck like this. Until
Yeah,
he
like
finally
a
opened his
Warner
wallet and
Brothers
tossed me a
cartoon.
$2.
What are we doing here?
That's how I operate. Remember, the most greedy streamer on the internet, I go to your house, and I extort you.
Extortion means you
Of
have
course.
dirt on him, Phil. Guilty conscience
Then we have
much?
Born to
Give me
Shit,
money so I can
Force the
stuff my
White,
face while I
32.
beg you for
Does
more
PayPal
money. Sounds about
accept
right. That's the
EBT?
modus operandi.
Oh, but we had a problem here, dude. All these sock accounts coming in, somebody he's never seen before, and all these gifted memberships. He can't trust it, dude. He has to make sure it's real. So now, on top of the gifted memberships you give to him, you also have to super chat him more money to tell him you are legit.
Very convenient.
What's hilarious is both people are sitting in the chat insisting it's not fake, yet not actually contributing in ways that can't be fake. They just keep gifting more memberships, so no one believes you. You understand that? No one believes you at all.
Why even have
Right?
this conversation with your
Literally
with
no
your
one
fans?
believes you here. You're newcomers to the stream. No one knows who you are. You're not regulars. No one recognizes you. You come.
Whenever these people come in, there are obvious socks of OIC and Iron Chef Sakai and the like. He doesn't have this tirade. But when it's the people that he knows that are doing this shit that are not lined up, that's when he pops off with this shit. And like the conversation shouldn't even be happening. Hey, thanks for the support and keep it moving.
Come out of nowhere with decade-old accounts. You drop members. We say, hey, we're suspect of that. This has been happening all week. And then you just keep dropping members. All right, let's get to the goals. We already got 1, and I'm happy with that. Can we get to 3 and have the marathon tomorrow? Let's find out. Yeah, Dummy Koala says after what happened with Keem, I wouldn't trust it. Well, how many did Keem get? Did he get like hundreds to thousands? Because they have tons of support over there. I wonder if he got like an insane amount.
Yes, but it's not about the money,
crazy.
right? It's about the love of the game, right?
I know. Cypress, I know, but the thing is, this is it. What it is, this is called content farming. What they do is they come and they derail my stream on purpose. This is done on purpose. So now we've talked about it for like 20 minutes. So now, oh, look, now we have content we can clip from Phil's stream and farm and say all he did was talk about money and he shit-talked people who contributed to him tonight.
Yeah, because that's what you're doing.
I'm outright telling you, this same activity happened 3 times in the last week. Smart Guys and 2 of my other streams, and all of those memberships were fake after the fact. So I have to do this to be skeptical, to protect my business, so we're not miscounting for goals, which is only fair. But they won't say that. They won't actually talk about that. Instead, they'll only show me saying, oh, I'm not counting this. I don't trust you. And they'll say, see, Phil's distrusting of his viewers. Fuck you. Fuck all of
Damn.
you. Okay. I'd like to play the game now. Is that okay? The camera did this again. Come on. So, if someone I recognize gives memberships, I'll count it. If someone who's not an account we've never seen before gives memberships, I'll count it. If we get tips or subs or other contributions like that, super chats, I'll count it. But I'm not going to count random member bombs when we already had 1 million trolls doing it this week, okay? Let's get to some goals. Let's do the 5 Nights at Freddy's Marathon tomorrow. I would love to do it tomorrow. If we can get there tonight, let's do it tomorrow. I got the liquor ready. The food's going to be ordered. Everything's good to go. We'll get the games, get them installed. Let's do it.
Yeah, there's just no
Let's wrap in the
way,
next hour.
Chase.
Now let's
There's
play the
just no
goddamn
way
game.
that this guy.
I'm tired of waiting at this point. My controller turned off. I waited so dang long.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
With DSP saying he used to be a PC gamer, dude. He used to build PCs. He used
He
to
looks so
run
happy,
PCs.
bro.
He knew all about PCs back in the day. But apparently, one
there's
thing he
no
did not
context
know about
needed for these
PCs,
audits,
it's how to
guys.
shut down completely.
I received
Like, just
another
make them all
$5 tip
automatic.
From Mulciber. Most of the time, drivers get unloaded from Windows kernel, they crash out, or some missing DLL can't be loaded. Never
Crash
underestimate the power of a full PC shutdown. Don't just reboot, because Win 1011 has a fast boot capability that doesn't fully restart. Complete shutdown when in doubt. I don't know how to complete shutdown. I'm being honest with you. I upgrade, I have all new PCs. I just tell it shut down, and then I boot it back up. I don't know how to fully shut down. I've restarted too. Like, I don't know. And the computer
I
doesn't
don't
fucking
know.
tell you.
Oh, what
So I
a
don't
pussy!
understand. In regards to these
DSP, you're a
cameras, they're having ongoing issues
pussy.
anyway. Because I've told them to like, when you
Jessica,
plug them in, so that there's a
welcome.
driver
Oh my
update
goodness.
required.
So good
I
to
do the
see
update,
you.
And then when I restart, it says driver update required. So then I do it. And it
You
says
know who
driver
shoots
update required.
scotch?
So basically, they're not
That
working.
boy.
These cameras are having an issue
Phil
with the drivers
does.
with Windows. And I haven't had Windows Update working for a month because Windows Update kept bricking this camera. This camera right now kept getting shut down and not workable on Windows because of a Windows Update. So there's
You
some
don't know that.
compatibility issue between Windows updates and the drivers, and I don't know how
You
to fix it.
don't know that.
When it works,
You
it's
don't know
amazing,
what's doing
but
it.
it's really stupid that it stops working.
So, allow me to show you. Bill has some brand new rules. North Korea has just installed some more rules. Let's go over it together. And this comes from Dragon Cat 2K, retweeted by That Being Said. That's where I got it from. DSP's Kick Chat has new rules. Be respectful to one another and the streamer. Do not engage in emote or chat spam to the extent that it derails the chat. Do not promote other streams or mention other streamers in a way to take attention away from this one. Do not use language or names that is inflammatory, hurtful, or targeted harassment. Well, what do we think about that? I don't know, man. That ain't going to work for me.
$5. Mulciber. I do shut down my PC.
Exactly.
What Multiverse is saying is
this
that
is a no
just
fun
shutting
zone.
it down actually doesn't shut it down.
And I think after he got rid of my stock account on Kick, I'll probably not have to make another one. After the lofty heights that got me to where I am today,
memberships from
to this very moment.
And then at the end of the night, all the anonymous, all the new accounts that gave him money, and he says, how on earth did we hit 3 goals tonight? I have no idea. Definitely not all the bagging you did, Phil. Definitely not all the bagging. Then DSP in the Daily Wrap talks about how tomorrow, $100 a shot, and Otter points out, the grift continues to accelerate. Remember, this marathon is meant to be your reward for giving him $7,500.
Exactly. How many emotes in a row are we talking about? He just doesn't want to see the Pepe emotes.
And that brings us to Monday. Marathon Day.
Monday hype, let's go.
5 Nights at Freddy's, multiple games. And it seems like Super Puppy is not only attacking YouTube channels,
that's a big yikes for me.
Accounts, he's also going after people who quote-unquote steal from DSP. And one of the people that stole from DSP is Strangely Lex. And Super Puppy shows off on Twitter all of her information and says, Alexa, don't ever ignore me. I know you see my tweets. Don't ignore me. Your parents don't even know you're interacting with criminals online. Of course, the criminals that he's referring to are the DSP.
Do not condone. Do not condone.
Look at some band names on Kick from yesterday, including Whiskey Wiener, Injured's Perch is my face caw, Burnell hates women for real, Tyrone the Lover, and DSP obeys Kick chat real.
Damn.
Then DSP puts this out before the stream. The 5 Nights at Freddy's Torture-thon is live. Join me all day long as I play through the series with hopefully some booze to get me through it. It's a good time no matter what. So let's go.
Is it though? It was not.
That is a big marathon.
If you watched the last video that we did about this.
And he's 15 minutes late. Good job, Phil. Good job. Then it's time for the big marathon. This is your reward for giving him 30 goals hit at $150 each. And what's the first thing he does? He begs for money so you can support the reward stream.
Are you even surprised?
And not only begging for support, he's begging for $100 tips, super chats, or even gifted subs so he can drink booze. And not only that, once he gets that money,
does that?
He will give you a new goal so you can hit that too, dudes. And he's already planned out the next DSP tries it. Are you ready for this? He bought from the grocery store Girl Scout cookies. Bottom of the barrel. Lazy, lazy, lazy. And look at this recovered alcoholic willing to drink all this whiskey, tequila, and flavored shots. And not only flavored shots, the girliest flavor shots ever. And would you look at that? He's on the Kick front page. Yet again, they are really pushing him. They're trying to get some of that whale money, dude. So DSP is going to talk about behind the scenes contributions and overnight. And it's very questionable what he means by this.
Mozzie says, I tipped you last night, but you never mentioned it. Mozzie, you tipped at like 4:40 p.m. The stream ended at 4. So how would I have mentioned it?
Oh my God.
You tipped at 4:40 p.m. and you basically said, you know, congrats and, hitting your goals and, stuff like that, right? I'm trying to remember exactly what the tip said. Not 4:40 p.m., excuse me. You tipped at like,
it's 2:20 p.m.
like 9:40. Something like, when I went offline is when you tipped. Right? So how could I have shouted that out? I wasn't online.
Oh my God, Phil, you're always online.
Let's count it today. Sure. Would you like to count it today? Would you like to count the $5 tip? Sure. Why not?
What an asshole.
All right.
What a fucking asshole, bro.
Let's do it. Here we go. You ready? $5. $5 from Mozzie last night. Thank you, Mozzie, for the $5 tip, but I don't have the message anymore, so I can't read it.
Bro, what a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. By the way, if you wanted to, you can actually have something called ground control. If you have Stream Elements, which we all do. You can actually Stream Elements is popping off in the YouTube chat, letting everybody know that I'm working to make this channel partner, to please like, share, and subscribe. But you know what you can also do? You can also replay activities.
Jade Gaming Real Super Chatted $2. Go Rabbit Funeral soon. Remember fondly K bye.
Yeah, so not only that was from today. We can actually go all the way back. Let's see here. This was from 9 days ago.
Duty Streams super chatted $10 for the 2 big bills. Shout out Darksy to fill in chat.
Shout out to Top Tier Rated coming through on YouTube. Welcome. How are you, my friend? I hope you're happy, healthy, and most importantly, hydrated. I know I am, but you know what I also am? You know what is also something about me? I don't get ass. That's right. Your boy does not get ass. You too cannot get any ass if you get this at the merch store listed below. No, we're going to laugh at it because
DSP has a new nickname for
we're going to laugh at it because
that is King.
If it was anybody else with Phil, I'd be like,
made him a theme song for that as well. And it's as bad as you think. Then someone asked him about Deathface from Project 7. And DSP said he was a one-off character.
See if this works.
And he's not relevant to his content today. And
dude, I think his last name was like Butterfloppers or some shit like that.
Oh, Butterfingers?
Yeah, something like that. So I told him I was going to call the police and report him for the incident. And I started off at like 10K, but then he kind of swindled me down to 2,500. So I was like, fuck it, I took it. Yeah, I told him I was going to report him, bro. I was going to report the accident and I was going to sue him, shit, lawsuit and shit.
Fucking extortion, like.
Big ups, Duty indeed. Also instrumental in helping me get this channel to 1K follows or subs, I'm sorry. And we are fast approaching 4,000 watch time hours. So I'll be able to get members and then we can get ourselves some more top tier rated voiceovers.
This live stream may contain mature material some viewers might not find suitable.
I had commissioned him to do some voiceover work for me in the anticipation that I will one day be able to get this channel for memberships. And once that happens, I got a button ready to go with all of his all of the commissioned voiceover work that I asked for
as
him.
Poe's Past points out, he's also an
the only detractor channel that I watch is
then DSP was talking about shots again and says for $100
setting up this stream deck and what I'm sure you get plenty. Hey, look here, listen, all I know is I like to party and my Kick Sock account was unceremoniously banned in the great banning of the other day. But we've been having a lot of people coming through. Speaking of Injured Cold coming through, kind of sav, TTR. Whoosh. Guys all here. Y'all are awesome. Only the real ones come over on this corner of the internet.
RPG Overload. Now
I've also been leaving breadcrumbs throughout the stream.
With mods.
See if people wanted to dig deep and see what my sock account was.
And then another name that's never appeared before.
Only the real ones
starts donating. We'll
hyperfixate on it.
$69 super chat.
You can't believe you're watching Kino Casino. Are they on right now?
DSP was complaining.
I heard that they said something about Phil. And again, this is the internet, so I can only take it for a grain of salt. But apparently, word around the bonfire is that DSP doesn't have a driver's license. Huh? What the fuck? And I know they're going to leak all the DMs on Friday, so...
Came in from Kick and jokingly says to step it up. Then DSP watched the trailer for Death Stranding 2. This was his big brain reaction, and this is all the intelligent choices he adds when he reacts to stuff.
They're cooking the pig. Don't know about that one?
No. Are you breaking up with me? You bitch!
Oh, yeah, real. Yeah, you're not beating the women-hating allegations there, Filipio.
Do we have to see this?
Ooh, you know we're there. They're inside of a woman. I could never.
The baby is still alive from the first game. Look at this.
You don't know that.
What a cute outfit it's wearing.
Oh, shut up, Phil.
When do we get to see him change its diaper? Come on.
Expired? What were we talking
11
about?
months after the birth of the UCA.
I completely forgot. And I'm not kidding either. We've hit 2 goals today, and every time we have Any amount of support over on YouTube, I take one drop of
have
this
been
Dr.
automated.
Solomon's Ease Drops, 400 milligrams of THC.
A plate gate connects the continent.
Oh, his
Then
license.
DSP goes on
Okay,
to say
bet.
that
Yes.
Death Stranding is
Bro,
just Metal Gear.
thank you.
And the greed was
I am
kicking
stupid
in. As he
as
says,
shit,
he
bro.
wants $200.
Like I said,
by
we
the
hit 2
end.
goals, and I did more than a drop.
DSP then
And I
listed
also
all the
used my
games he
pup code
wants to
proxy
play
before I went
after
live.
Yakuza. And guess what, guys? They were mostly RPGs. He still doesn't get it.
Damn,
the audience
do you get
doesn't
it?
want to watch it. You are boring, Phil. And you're gonna complain, oh, my audience doesn't like it. My audience is not built
Hey,
up
that's
for these.
fair.
Why do you keep doing it then, Phil? Why do you keep doing it?
So what I mean
DSP said he bought
by
the
that
first
is
5
don't
games
go
of
to
Five Nights at Freddy's.
urineluck.com
No clue if
and
he'll beat
don't
them. He'll try to
look for the
figure them out
unisex
and play until he's
synthetic
bored.
urine
Then he got $200
that you'll be
and
lucky
says he wants
to
another
use
$100
for
before
your
the podcast
job.
ends. And he keeps doing
But
this
don't
over
do
and
that.
over. He's trying to milk all the money from his dents. Then he was talking about his wife cooking for his
Something
birthday.
in my eye.
And said
Something in
he
my
has
eye.
to
It's
schedule it
dusty
so
in
his
here.
wife can be home to cook on his birthday. Then yet again, still yelling at Kick because they're not supporting. And Kick takes him off the front page. And DSP
Bro.
is disappointed. He says, oh, it wasn't even an hour. He expected to be on that front page his entire marathon.
Jesus.
But then we got 9 subs from Dr. Lexus / Darkside Pimp.
So any
And
support
then
that you
DSP
get, you
does
should be
what he
grateful
does
for then,
When
right?
tips are low, support's low. Guys, look at all the supports coming in from YouTube. Kick, what's going on? You gonna let them take that? Oh, look, YouTube is talking crap about Kick. Oh, Kick, are you gonna take that?
Hey, well,
Man,
you're
it'd
a
be
more
nice if you
disciplined
supported
person than me.
You can't let YouTube win, Kick. Come on, where's the support? Then DSP, yet again, going on another
Look at this
rant.
smug
So
shit.
Everyone is
You know how
jealous
much cooler
of
he would
him.
be if he just, like, I don't know.
This is great. Darkside Beg says, imagine being 42 and begging for money online. Imagine being a no-life, completely anonymous loser sitting online,
Damn.
being jealous of someone who's successful online because you're not. Imagine that. Who's in the lesser position there exactly? The person who's successful and making money and content, or the person who's sitting at home with sour grapes because you're a loser?
Hey, I'm going to do some internet
that a
research, but
gaslighting response? It's
let's
a
make it a
fact.
race. When
I'm
is Kino
literally in
Casino
my
doing their
40s.
Friday
I'm in my
stream?
midlife, okay? Most people in their
Let me see what
midlife are
Triple
having a
P's gotta
crisis.
say.
They
It's a
look
race.
around them and they say, "Oh my God, my life is awful. I've pigeonholed myself into this situation where I'm stuck with a family that I'm not enjoying and kids that I have massive stress about, and I lost my youth and I've lost all of this." Me, I'm literally sitting here having fun, making great content for an audience that likes me. They're supporting me and giving me, this kind of financial support where I can constantly upgrade things, do good things, and we're all having a great time together. There's no, how is this a cope or
Doesn't
how
really
is that, what are you talking about?
say.
I'm the
Worski?
winner here. I'm the one enjoying life and having a great time.
Yeah, it sounds like
And then
he
there's
is.
everyone else on the internet who's so upset that they have to sit there and cope and seethe and hate and pretend like this is a bad thing, when in reality, they all very much know it's a very good thing. This is a good thing they wish they had for themselves and they don't.
I'm on
And they're
Worski's
jealous
page and it says
sad
who to
and
follow.
they
Sticks,
can't
Hex,
take
and
it.
Hammer. 666.
Wah,
No
wah,
thanks.
wah. Well, maybe if you had some talent.
I hate the
maybe if
phrase
you
life
grinded for
loser
17
with such a
years like
passion.
I
He
did
always
and
uses
worked
it when he's
hard,
fired up.
You could have actually
It's
done
all
something with
projection.
your
It's
life
just like
besides
with
make fun of others
Cyrax.
and
He
try to
takes
deride
every
others and
insult
try to
that
bring
he
down
has heard
others to
and he
get
throws
ahead.
it back out.
But you can't because you're a loser.
Mm.
Sorry. That's the
I'm a
ultimate
loser,
cope,
baby.
is that you have to cope with your own
So why
reality.
don't you kill
that you're a loser.
me?
Big deal. Someone says, if I grinded for 17 years and achieved nothing, I would probably kill myself. Well, that's you. And if you did grind for 17 years and achieve nothing, I would understand. But I've grinded for 17 years and I've achieved a ton. I'm happy. I have a family that's awesome. I have a job that's amazing. I have people who love to hang out with me every day and support me for it. I am living the dream. You are a
I agree,
farming man.
Ice Marbles.
You see the difference? And that's why
Sticks,
you're so
look, I
upset.
used to watch Sticks
That's exactly why
when he
you're upset.
wasn't like a
You can't take it.
crazy conservative grifter.
And this is how the pre-stream went.
I don't know.
Says
I
he will
also
start
watched the
gameplay after he
quartering.
gets $100.
I can't.
Gets
I
it.
don't.
Says he will
I
start
don't
gameplay
anymore,
after he gets
obviously,
$200.
but
Gets it. Says he will start gameplay after he gets $300. Are you paying attention, Dents? Then this was the most telling thing all night.
But yeah, Sticks,
DSP
Hex, and
wants to get
Hammers
drunk
cringe
today, so
as
he doesn't have to think
fuck.
about the bullshit going on in his life. Remember, recovered alcoholic. Then he mentioned a little bit of what was stressing him out. He says people doing squats for money, which
Love to come across him in person. I'd love to ask him, how does it feel to know that your mother and father's money and house are your 401k?
PPP. He just wants to relax.
Oh my God.
Then we have Atlas the bookkeeper.
Isn't it so morbid and dark to think that Phil's just waiting out the clock for his parents to pass so he can inherit everything? Bro, that's just so... That's dark, man.
Former alcoholic, by the way.
Yeah, YouTube did push those 6X and Hammer videos back in the day. And then I guess that's why I was also pushed the quartering stuff. However, I may actually start watching the quartering, but shit on him because I fucking hate that guy. He sucks, bro. Much better 8 years ago. He's in some shit now.
King be cruel. King be bitch.
Predator, welcome, my friend.
I like that a lot. Wow, I really like that.
Yeah, and not the charity case named Dark Side Phil. How are you, my friend? I hope you're happy, healthy, and hydrated.
I love that. I haven't had that in a long time. That tastes really
good. But I'm also kind of high.
Okay. I did drink it like water.
Then DSP started up Five Nights at Freddy's 1 on PC, and then complained he couldn't use a controller with it. That's right. Five Nights
Of course
at
he would
Freddy's
complain
1
about it.
on PC. Then Emo Ghost says it's on console. He could have bought the PlayStation version if it was a deal breaker. It's even on sale, which I responded with.
I used to have a conscience when it came to this kind of shit, but now I realize, like, man, look, if you feel some sort of pity or mercy for these people, then Obama, for real. But at this point in my life, I do not give a fuck, man. I used to really, really care about what other people thought, but I'm not responsible for other people's opinions. So y'all do your stuff, live your life, live your truth. As long as it doesn't involve me, I'm fine with it, right? I am now sitting here and realizing that I've wasted so much energy, like seriously thinking about what other people thought of me. And then I realized that wasn't even the play. People don't even know what's going on. They're too wrapped up in their own shit to even know what I got going on. So it's like, here I was fretting and fussing all for nothing. And I mean, I couldn't be me.
Bought it on Steam because he's a PC
facts.
gamer, dude.
Big facts.
Then after getting $200, he said this.
I wish that I came to this conclusion
that,
earlier.
But hopefully we will. Then was making excuses just to drink more and get more money.
I would keep my mouth shut. I'm like, man, why am I going to be talking shit on this person?
Then he was
I wouldn't like it if someone did it to me. I'm like,
then
fuck it, whatever. I don't give a fuck what people say.
One, and he said, we'll try one more time, then fuck this game.
Damn.
Remember in the past when you used to shit all over Five Nights at Freddy's?
I realized once I stopped trying to appease everybody else, I was a lot happier with myself.
I don't know why people play this, but here he is. DSP.
Man, thank you for coming to my therapy session.
Involved, his morals, his values go out the window, dude. Then we have Poems Past. This is what PPP was referring to when he said, you involve yourself in and create a vortex of drama around you, Phil.
He said the word.
We have so much shit going on, stressful stuff, that to even like sit down and have a normal thought about, oh, let's just have a meal together. It's kind of like, it's fucked up, but that's life.
Yeah, because I feed my fat wife so much food.
Last night we legit were like, oh, let's plan it out. Let's figure out what we're going to eat tomorrow. And then it's like, well, it's time to go to sleep. Oh, we didn't plan out anything.
What? Clearly, you have time management problems. What is Kat doing? She's only working 4 hours a day. Facts, Nocturnal.
Some of the things people say in chat are so... Yes, divorce. That's what it is. Totally divorce. Even though I told you yesterday that's not what it is.
You heard it.
Obviously,
you heard it here first. Divorce going to the moon.
A fun life together. Yes, it's divorce. Of course, that's what it is.
How many months did he pretend that him and Leanna were still going out? How long was she living at the house before she moved out? Was it 3 months?
And so was it back taxes? Yes, back taxes.
Best kick name was Bags Bunny. Well, King Be Cruel, I've been leaving breadcrumbs as to what my Kick Sock account name was. And a huge clue came through earlier in the stream.
I can't plan my meal today because of back taxes. Correct.
Wonder if he has cameras in his home since he has so many on the outside. I don't know.
It is. People just don't
Probably
know.
not because he has the woodland critters.
Figure it out because I'm never going to tell you. So they're like, here's a giant wall of possibilities.
I couldn't possibly top the name that I had that was recently banned, sent to ban land.
Demons are in the house. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've been banned.
Like throwing darts. Well, if I say this on stream, let's see if
I
Phil
was
will
in the
respond.
great kick name purge of 2 days ago.
Get that ass banned.
If I say this on stream, will Phil respond? I'm not going to tell you.
You are. You're telling us now.
So here's the funny part, too, because Fed Roger just said something insightful.
You're still kicking?
From what you've said, it's obvious what you're going through. It's sad because most people go through it. In reality...
In whose reality?
That's very
In
insightful
pro wrestling reality? What a crazy person.
Are close. But
You dents are crazy. You're out of your mind. This is why I'm glad the community comes together and shits on these people because they deserve it. They deserve it, all right? I was bullied when I was a child, and I fucking deserved it. It built me up. It strengthened my character. It strengthened my resolve. It showed me that, yes, sometimes you could just be so cringe that other people have to check you. And then if you don't understand what they're doing and they have to check you a little bit harder, then whose fault is that? It's mine.
Okay,
it was
that's
mine.
alleviated a little bit. Oh, now the other thing. Oh,
Ain't
yeah,
nobody's going to bully me now, though.
It's just fucked up stuff. And that's like it. When you get older, all of you are going to understand.
So I don't give a fuck,
You just got to
Holmes.
get to middle age, and then you're going to start seeing this stuff happen, and you'll be like, oh, fuck. You know?
Bullying works,
but it is
RS
what it is,
nerd.
again.
Bullying
And it has
works.
no-
I'm
again,
going to make a
nobody's-
shirt that says bullying works because it's true. It's true.
It's nothing to do with anything you guys need to know. It just sucks that it affects me. You know, it does. Like, I'm feeling shitty. My emotions are crushed.
Oh, what a fucking... I was almost a misogynist there. He got sand in his vagina.
Stamina is gone. My fucking stress is at a high level. And it's just like, I just want to come to stream and chill with you guys.
I'm Phil's age, all
And
right?
it sucks that I come to stream and then there's people who are trying to cause
Bullying
drama
should be
and
allowed if
derail
you're
it and shit.
cringe. It should be the law. The ball is in your court, Trump.
If everything was good, I wouldn't
You know,
care.
look, everybody's toxic now and getting away with it because Trump is president. I have no other recourse. That's why I'm a shithead now on the internet. I said in 2025, I'm going to be toxic. I started picking fights with Captain Alex. I started picking fights with these dents that were going after the lesbians on Kick. And I'm being a bully to pro wrestling reality in Minecraft. And if you go back to the things that I say, I never really attack him. I never really clown. I clown him. I try to be entertaining. But most importantly, I always put over my merch store. Yep. When you guys grow up. Phil, what age do you think your audience is?
Like, if everything was like nice and chill, I wouldn't care that people.
And it just so happens that a lot of these people are dented. They're highly regarded.
And then people try to compound it and try to pound.
Now
let's
I'm
get into this,
toxic.
Fuck with them. Let's do this. Let's talk about fucking other streamers doing squats for money and Lego building. And
Here we
fucking
go again, Phil. Oh my God. I swear to God, he cannot. He hates women, bro. He hates it. Like, I can't even be mad at him for hating women, but I have to be mad at him for, like, denying himself. Live your truth, Phil.
This guy's getting a tattoo of Phil's face on his ass, and
That's
this
review
guy
tech.
wants to fucking grill Phil today, and this
That's
guy wants to do
Triple
this.
P.
It's like,
Say their names, Phil. You're such a pussy, all right? Speaking of being toxic in 2025, you're a pussy because say their names. You're talking about Triple P, you're talking about Lex, and you're talking about Review Tech USA.
I just wanna
Say their
fucking come to stream and
names.
Relax. I just want to separate myself from the already overwhelming levels of
I
stress
wish I could
that I'm
do.
having
I wish I could do less
and then
work
I go
for more.
online and people are saying, "Here's some stress." Gee, thanks.
Boy, you do not have stress. So you get up at 10 o'clock in the morning after going to sleep at like 4 in the morning, drunk texting all of your boyfriends or whatever the fuck. Stumble out of bed, drink some coffee, throw on one of your buttoned up shirts, and then sit in front of your camera with your arms crossed waiting for money to come in. Like, that's not stress. All right, Phil? Having to get up and fight morning traffic and fight afternoon traffic, that's stress. Making sure that you meet quotas at your job. Making sure that you have all of your laundry done so you can wear nice clothes to your job. Like, these are things that he has no concept of.
And it's not what I wanted. It's not what I was looking for. Okay? So
certified.
I hope you
loser.
understand where I'm coming from.
Grocery
And of course,
shopping stress,
for
true.
years,
He's got to keep his
crapped
head
all
on a
over
swivel.
Fortnite,
He doesn't want
and he's
anybody
still
else
bored.
snatching up his
He's
bags.
yawning. He's not taking this serious. He just wants the money and the booze.
Right?
And then we had Mike Dutch.
I would
with
kill
$80.
for Phil to have at least one day of a actual blue collar job and day just to see how he would react. Well, hello, beautiful. Oh. And he would never have the privilege of having a beautiful woman fresh out the shower waiting for him. So you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen, when a beautiful woman walks in the door, all of this goes off. The chat loves you. They say hello and big ups.
Because this is the very first time he's ever interacted on the stream.
Let's see if we can find ourselves a nice little bookend here.
And would you look at that? Another $100 from Mike Dutch. And at this point, he's up to $200
Who gives
given
this?
to DSP
Who has
today
money
so
like
far.
this to spend?
And then DSP put up a poll on Kick to determine what shot he will do next.
Wings at least bossed up into
guess what,
DoorDash
guys?
as well
Only
as took
5
Keem's
people
bag. He's a
voted on
locale,
it.
always will be,
They said,
but he's
"What
not in
happened?
dire
What's
straits
going
like Phil.
on? Did it
Facts.
malfunction?"
And then also what pisses me off about all of these people is that they have had the ability, they've had the opportunity, and they've made all this money and squandered it. They had all this goodwill, they had all of the momentum, and they squandered it. Each and every one of them. That's the part that pisses me off. He could be a shithead on the internet to his internet friends all he wants, but the fact that he keeps getting handed opportunities after opportunities after opportunities,
Dude.
absolutely.
And we have this from a next gen guy.
Absolutely
The
insane.
booze has gone straight to his head.
Come on.
He is learning Italian.
What the fuck's that?
He is learning Italian, so.
Wouldn't you like to know? Probably
What was that
your
shit?
mama.
Thank you, Cadet Tour. God, this playthrough was terrible. By the
this
way,
is tense.
this playthrough was terrible.
This is legitimately tense. Oh my god.
Put on an Apple Watch and get your heart rate monitor up there. Could have paid off 3 houses and get passive income from 2 of them.
Okay.
Facts. Facts. If I had one of the many opportunities Phil had, then you already know what would happen. First off, everybody around me would get up. Everybody would be put on. And everybody would just be able to focus on doing what they want to do. And then, of course, reinvest into the production and keep doing this because this is the stuff that I love. I'm my own boss. I can do what I want. And I have a lot of fun hanging out with all of you guys. You know, I have to serve no other master, you know? You know, back when I was doing my Stepmania streams every Monday through Friday, oh my God, it was great. It was something that I wanted to do. And I made a routine out of it. And a lot of other people made a routine out of watching it. And it really meant a lot to them when I had to tell them that I couldn't do it anymore. And I got people telling me about it. So again, all of this is just... Yeah, light up Skechers soon. We're gonna get the let me peel back the curtain a little bit before I let you guys go. We're gonna kill this. We're gonna say 44 minutes in is a good jumping off point. Let me leave you guys with this story. So I always like to think that the Stepmania streams are the flagship live streams of this channel. And I used to do them a lot more frequently, Monday through Friday, around 9 o'clock a.m. to around noon. Always started off the day doing it, and it kept me in great spirits. It kept my calories burned and all of that good stuff. I haven't been able to do it as much as I want to, but I've actually started implementing some new things that I wanted to do since I was doing it daily. One of them is a weighted vest. I bought a weighted vest and I'm going to try to attach it to some sort of goal. And of course, I cannot think of an original idea, so you know where I got that one from. But it's a 20-pound weighted vest on top of the ankle weights that I already have. And I'm thinking that we can have a lot of fun figuring out how to implement that into the stream. So do stay tuned for all of that. I know, King Be Cruel, it breaks my heart too. Those were my morning streams and they've been ripped away. Well, who knows? I mean, anything's possible. I try to get the Stepmania streams every time that I can. More than likely, it's probably going to be during the evening. However, if I ever get the code to the showers over at the office, again, might be able to actually have an entire studio set up with all of these things, including the weighted vest and the weighted ankle bracelets. Which vest is Stepmania best? I like that. I like that actually. That's a good weight. My best was running with 15-ish. Let's go. Yeah, I was being conservative because you can get like 30s and like 40s. I thought maybe I would just ease into it. I can always do more. I can always add more and start from such lofty heights. But that's going to be in the future streams. But for now, I'm going to call it. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Until next time, I love each and every one of you platonically and consensually. I hope you are all happy, healthy, and hydrated. And until next time, take care, be safe, peace.